Well, better late than never, I suppose, eh? So, hello everybody, welcome to another Warframe video where today we're gonna check out the Prisma Ohma. This is a battle exclusive weapon and it's a pair of Mastery Rank 12 Tonfas that do primarily electricity damage. They also sport a very solid 30% crit chance and above average 2.2 times crit multiplier and a decent status chance of 20% on top of having pretty good attack speed of 1 and average range of 2.5. Now these, just like the standard Ohma, have a pretty cool visual effect where whenever you hit an enemy or damage them in any way, including status effects, you will see lightning chaining around all over the place, though this is purely cosmetic and doesn't actually do any extra damage. The Prisma version of the Ohma is a pretty solid upgrade over the standard Ohma, though they do have less status chance, but in return for that you get faster attack speed, double the crit chance, higher crit multiplier and more damage. Now, since the Prisma Ohma comes with a pre-installed dash and a V polarity, you can actually do a very solid setup with a 0 Forma investment, which is always nice. Though you will have to use Sovereign Outcast as your stance, as Gemini Cross does not fit. So for the build, we run Vital and Electricity on a hybrid, so we have Weeping Wounds for scaling status chance, Virulent Scourge and Vicious Frost for Vital, and then Shocking Touch for Electricity, followed by Primed Pressure Point or Condition Overload for damage, Blood Rush for scaling crit chance, Organ Shatter for crit damage, and then Berserker Fury for attack speed. As you may have noticed though, this setup does not have any combo sustain, so you're either gonna have to use the Naramon Focus Cool to sustain combo that way, or you're gonna have to run a primary or secondary dexterity to increase your combo duration. Now overall, the setup is very strong and it will take you through the majority of Steel Path with very few issues, though it does feel a little bit strange, which is a thing with electricity builds. They have quite a bit of ramp up, or delay I should say, where you hit the enemy a few times, stack electricity, and then the proc goes off and does damage. If you've ever played with the Phantasma or the primed Phantasma, you know what I'm talking about. You beam into the enemy for a little bit and then suddenly out of nowhere they just drop dead. The main benefit of running electricity based setups is that the electricity chains around, so you don't need that much range, which is why we don't have to run primed reach for the weapon to feel good, and they're also very safe because once again, as the electricity chains around, it stuns everything it touches. The main downside though is that unlike slash based setups, electricity based setups do not ignore armor. Though then again, that is not as big of a downside as it once was, because we now have access to far more armor strip than ever before. Now we could also run the Prisma Ohma with a heavy attack setup, as Tonfas do have 4 slash procs on their heavies. But it just doesn't feel right. The Prisma Ohma is so very good with the light attack setup and it looks cool when you're chaining the electricity around, so running it with a heavy kind of feels like heresy to me. The heavy setup will scale better into the end game on its own, but if you add a bit of armor strip to the light attack setup, it will perform just as well, if not better. So yeah, if you ever see this on Battle Kit here, I would highly recommend you pick it up. It is very good. And that is pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful. I would like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate it. And if you would like to become a channel member as well, you can check out the memberships and stuff down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.